Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Intellum demo that we're going to be presenting today. We're going to do a quick walkthrough of everything from the learner's perspective. So showing you the catalog homepage where we're going to start, look into some content, and then at the end of the demo, we're going to jump into some of the new gamification features that Intellum has released. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the first piece that we're going to cover in this demo, everything that we're seeing on this catalog homepage here. So I'm going to dissect this a little bit just to kind of give you an idea of some of the capabilities that are new and improved within the Intellum platform and really give you an idea of how you can start to build out this custom learner journey for your different audiences. So we'll start at the top and we'll kind of work our way down. So we've got some really awesome abilities when it comes to branding. So you'll see we've got our Intellum logo here. This could be any logo that you decide to put into the platform. Very easy to get this in here. It's a codeless approach, so it's very easy. Anyone can get in there and really start branding these sites out and making them look and feel like their own. Going across from that, we've got our navigation row here. And this is awesome because what this is going to allow you to do is it's really going to allow you to help your users navigate through the system. And these are going to be customizable to you. So you can actually choose these buttons and kind of have them say and show what you want them to show and take the users where you need them to go. Moving down, we've got our hero image here. And the hero image is going to be great because this is going to incorporate things like call to actions. So you'll notice when I hover over this one here, it's actually going to have a button that I can click into if I wanted to. These are going to be either static images, GIFs, or videos. You have some flexibility when it comes to creating these. And you'll notice that we actually have multiple selected here so they can actually cycle through on a carousel. So every 5 seconds or so, you'll get a new image, and that allows you to incorporate multiple call to actions here. This is a great way for you to say, check out our new initiative or check out our new learning path, whatever that may be. This is a great way to kind of incorporate that into the page. As we scroll down here, you'll see that we have some activity rows, and these activity rows are very dynamic. And so what I mean by that is these are going to be flexible to you and to your learners. So you can actually start using these rows to create a custom learner journey. And so these rows can be restricted by, role, location, a multitude of different things by using our groups functionality. But that's going to allow you to show, different learner experiences to different audiences and really carve that out to make sure that they're getting the most personalized learning journey that they can. So what's cool about these rows is these are very flexible to you as the admin on the back end. And so these are going to allow you to put in your own content. So you can see here, this welcome row is a row that we actually created. We uploaded our own content in here. And so this row is fully customizable to our liking. But then of course, the system is also going to give you some rows that it'll keep up with on its own. And so what I mean by that is if you look at this upcoming events row here, what this is doing is it's actually pulling all of our live event sessions that we've created in the platform. So anytime a new live event is added, as long as my user has permission to see that live event and they have the user permissions to enroll in it and check it out, that will be automatically populated in this row here. So if I scroll through, you'll see that there's quite a few live events that my user has access to. Some of them I'm already enrolled in, some of them I'm facilitating, just a multitude of different things that you can kind of get from this row. But these rows are really powerful because the system will actually keep up with these for you, allowing you to kind of create the events and let the system take care of some of the heavy lifting when it comes to providing that content to your learners. A couple of rows that come to mind that have the same kind of functionality are going to be things like recommended and required content. So if you're pushing a lot of content that you really want to show up on the learner's homepage, whether that be recommended or required, that will work similarly. So that's going to allow you to say, I required this content for my learners, make it show up on their homepage, and the system will kind of track that for you. And then the last piece here, this is what we call the banner row. And so the banner row is going to be great because these are going to be images that you can put anywhere on the page. So header, footer, anywhere in the middle, wherever you want them. And you'll notice as I hover over these are actually also going to be able to incorporate links as well. So whether you want those to go internal, so maybe you want to link them to a learning path or a live event, something inside the platform, or external, maybe you have your own website that you want to attach here. These are going to be great for that because these are also going to help the user kind of navigate as well as allow you to incorporate some imagery that goes along with this. Another new feature that comes along with the Intellum platform recently is actually going to be our addition of the community module. So if you look up here at the top, what's really cool about the community module is you can actually incorporate it into your navigation items. So all of our different social offerings are actually going to be able to be incorporated here. But the community one, you can see we kind of have front and center. So we'll click into that one now. The first thing that you see when you come into your community is you'll see that you're actually able to search through the community. So that's going to be very powerful with our in-system search that we offer. The search will not only search through content that you're creating, but it'll actually search through the community answers that users are populating in here as well. So things like, Q&A or, demo questions that we have here. It'll search through all of those different topics that the user is allowed to see and will formulate those results for them to see as they're searching for other content through the platform. you'll notice here that you're actually able to incorporate some featured topics. And so this is great because this is going to allow you to choose 5 different topics. You can assign artwork to them. So as you notice here, this is our team demo site. So we've actually got our 3 team members that are incorporated on this site. We provided our own kind of ask Q&A sessions here, and we put our own headshots in there. So you can incorporate some imagery here to really make it look and feel like your own community. And we really want to enable you to give yourself some branding when it comes to this community site as well. So these are our 5 topics that we kind of deemed important. We want to put these front and center for the learner, but you can have multiple topics outside of these 5 that are incorporated into the site as well. So as we scroll down here on the left-hand side, you can see all the topics that my user has asked questions in, or that my user is a part of over here on the left. In the middle over here, this is where you can actually see the feed of what's happening inside of the community right now. And so you have some filtering options over here. The first one's going to be newest, and that's just going to show you, the newest posts that have been added into the community recently. You can change this up, so you can choose to vote by show by votes. You can choose to show by recent activity. So that's going to show, anytime something gets commented on or upvoted, whatever that may be, that'll kind of automatically push that to the top. So really going to give the user some flexibility when it comes to keeping track of what's going on in the community. And then on the right-hand side over here, you can see that it actually tracks all the questions that your user has asked. So it really gives you a single source of truth to really get in there and see the questions that you have asked in the community and some of the answers that you have received in the past. So if I click into a post here, we're going to click into this reputation post. You'll see that there's a couple different things that you can do. So I'm logged in as Dave's user right now, so I can actually see that, Dave created this post. He asked the question, and then there's an answer here as well. So as an admin, I can actually go in and click solve. And so now you'll see that this has actually been solved. We've got a green check mark here. The answer is going to be highlighted in green. And so that's always going to be front and center for the learner, really going to give them a great way to see these answers as they're searching through the community, searching through the search engine in the platform, whatever that may be. It's really going to be meant to give this answer front and center for them so it's easy to find as they're going through. So you'll notice it's highlighted in green. It's got the green check solved answer here. As an admin, you can actually go and unsolve answers if you want to. You can edit these. As the learner who created these, I can go in and edit my answers. So really a ton of different flexibility options when it comes to that. And then lastly, we'll show this part where you can actually start formatting your answers. So you're going to have some text editing options in here. So things like bold and italics, quotations. You can drop links in here. So if you wanted to add in a link to further help your answer, or things like incorporate a document if you've got screenshots or any sort of document like that. And then, of course, we have the emojis that are going to allow you to keep the community fun and allow you to drop some emojis into your posts as well. The last piece we'll cover in this demo is actually going to be the new addition of some of the gamification features that came along with the Intellum platform. So I'm actually going to jump straight over into my user's profile over here. So at the top right, we're going to jump into the profile and a few things that we'll kind of dissect here. So with the new gamification release, we've actually incorporated the ability for users to create a full-blown profile. So you can see here that I'm logged in as Dave. I've got Dave's bio here. It's going to allow you to incorporate things like your LinkedIn profile. So you can drop your LinkedIn here. You can drop in your company's link here, whatever you want to put in that link. But it's going to really allow you to create almost like a social media profile inside of the LMS. So really meant to kind of give you a way to keep track of all of your personal information here. As we scroll down, you'll see that we've actually incorporated some skills, a way for you to earn reputation in certain skills. And so this is very powerful because this is going to allow you as the admin to actually go in and assign specific pieces of content that are relevant to specific skills via our tagging system. You can tag any piece of content with the relevant skill. And then when learners go in and complete that content, they can actually earn reputation points towards that specific skill. So what's really cool about this is if you look on the user's profile here, maybe you want to learn more about the data skill. When you click into this specific skill here, it's going to show you all the applicable content that you're actually able to go in and earn points towards that skill. And so if you really want to go in and earn as many as you can, this is a great way to kind of keep track of everything that you can earn points from. Next, we've got credentials. So credentials are going to be awards that you can earn on the Intellum platform. So all of these awards have been earned by completing various different activities inside the platform, whether that be, an individual page, a learning path, whatever it may be. This is a great way to keep track of certifications in the platform. But you can see here, it's going to show you when you've earned all these credentials, you will have control over the imagery that shows here. So you'll actually be able to upload your own company imagery here to really make these awards look and feel like they're coming from you instead of just coming from Intellum. And as I click into one of these awards here, a couple things that we can call out. You can see when this was completed, you'll actually be able to put in things like descriptions to kind of give them an idea of what that course was or what this award has earned them. You can put your imagery in, like I mentioned before. The naming convention is completely at your discretion, so you can change the name to show exactly what you want it to show. You can see what skills you earn points in for completing this credential. So you can see here, I earned points 150 reputation and 3 different skills here. So it really kind of keeps track of that for you to really let you know what you're earning points in and keeps track of that on your user profile. And then down here at the bottom, you can see my unique completion ID. This is going to allow me to keep track of my own completion IDs. These are unique to every user, so every user will have their own ID. And then you have your expiration date. So this is great for certifications. If you're doing certifications in the platform, it's going to allow you to say, okay, this expires in a year. You need to go back and retake it a year from now. And then a couple quick call outs before we jump away. The ability to add this to your LinkedIn profile exists here. So you're able to click that button and this will add it straight to your LinkedIn. You'll see it'll pop up there. You can copy this by link. So if you want to share it to any of your social media sites, you can do that. Or if you want to print these off, these are some of the options that you have as you're earning certificates and credentials inside of the Intellum platform. So the last piece that we'll touch on here is going to be challenges. And so challenges are great because these are going to give you a way to kind of compete against your teammates. So if I click into one of these challenges here, you'll see that these are the ones that I've already completed. So I've completed this certification challenge. You can see what the challenge entailed and the timeline that it was from. So these are the ones that I've already completed. But we can also explore challenges and go find new ones. So if I click into explore challenges, you'll see that these are the live challenges that we have right now, depicted by these dates underneath the name. And so we'll click into this Intellum Platform challenge. And before we join the challenge, you can see a couple different things that I'll call out. So the first one being the requirements of the challenge. This one's pretty straightforward. Just need to complete 4 courses, and then you are technically have completed the challenge. Then you've got your timeline over here. So that's going to tell you how long you have to complete the requirements. And this is when the challenge will end. So December 31st, we have until the end of the year. So if I click join this challenge here, you'll notice that it automatically updates my progress bar. So we're at 0 out of 4, 0% complete. It'll show me all the eligible topics here. And so this is going to allow me to go in and find pieces of content that are relevant to this challenge that I can earn points towards this challenge by completing. Over here on the right-hand side, you have an activity feed. So as your colleagues are going in and completing the activities and earning points inside the challenges, that will actually show here. And this will be a great way for you to kind of keep track of what's happening in the challenge and what's happening amongst your colleagues. And then over here on the left-hand side, you have your leaderboard, and this will show you based on, who's at the top, who's at the bottom, based on their completions against the challenge. And so what's great about this is the challenge has a threshold of completing 4 courses, but that is not where the challenge ends. You actually can encourage your users to go past that challenge, and they will actually keep updating on the leaderboard. So if you have a threshold of 4 and someone maybe completes 6, 7, 8, however many it is, the challenge will continually keep updating that and pushing them to the top of the leaderboard and adjusting it accordingly. All right, well, that's the end of this demo. We appreciate you watching and we appreciate your interest in Intellum. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to show you a demo anytime, but thank you for your time and thank you for your interest in Intellum.